All right, guys, here we are at the warehouse, and current game plan is to try to clean up some of this mess of clothing. And I forgot to mention, I did get 3 more pallets of liquidation products. It's a pretty big bulk buy of the same type of item. It's 3 different shades, and there's a box open over here, basically of this Back2Blonde by Everpro. One of these cans sells for around $10. There's people selling 3 packs for like 25, 30 bucks. The only difference with mine is mine doesn't have the retail packaging. So these came right from the canning manufacturer. So it actually says, one of these sheets shows who made it, and it was actually made by American Spray Tech. So Spray Tech would have filled the cans and then sent them off for packaging. Somehow there was a disconnect, or I'm not sure what happened with this product. I just tested it and it seems to be good still. It's spraying fine. It has some color to it. So there's only one way to find out, and that's to honestly, either test it out, which I've kind of done by spraying a can out. The other thing you can do is just kind of start selling it and just basically see what your customers think, if you have any customer complaints or any issues. But there's no expiration date, and they seem perfectly fine. So my goal is to take about 1/3 of each pallet home for processing, for listing, for my current inventory that I house at my house. And then I'm going to keep probably either the rest here at the warehouse or take some to long-term storage at the farm. Haven't decided that yet. More of a priority for me right now is this mess of clothing, because it's taking up a lot of space, and all I really want to do is go through and find out the stuff I want to keep, like these little girls' dresses. They were selling pretty decent, not super fast, but the stuff that I want to liquidate, for instance, like this whole pallet of bras, it's just too many different variations. I mean, I might keep these sports bras because they were selling good. There's only 1 box of them, but I need to go through, pull out the good items, and then liquidate the rest. So reach out to my buyers and let them know what I have. There's more over here as well. There's some dresses. These dresses were actually selling pretty good. The problem is the hangers were getting kind of all tangled up. Those aren't actually, but so they were kind of getting twisted and tangled. These t-shirts are pretty good. I got to figure out which t-shirts those are in, because I do have another sale come up in a couple weeks. But something like this shirt here, or dress, I might have sold 1 or 2, but I didn't sell very many. Same thing with this yellow one. And I have a ton of them. So I ultimately, and then over there's the leggings. I'm definitely keeping those. You can kind of see them there. So these were selling well. These are the $30 leggings. And I'd have, still have 2 extra larges. And that's a small box. There may even be another box in there. So this to me looks like a pallet of stuff that I want to keep. I'll probably take that to long-term storage and start trying to clean up a little bit. I do have the big truck here that is pulled up. We have a guy coming to swap this out. This was delivered yesterday, and look, it's damaged. So there you go. That's a typical item now that will be liquidated because it's got a problem with it. So there's the big truck, ready for some pallets. I still would like to get a metal plate to put across here. His dock doesn't have the plate, and I could back up a little further too. Actually, I still have a few inches, but we have some scrap sheet metal over here I can lay down just to give me enough so it's a smoother entry on. But I'm going to take a couple pallets with me to the farm for long-term storage and unload that stuff, and then try to hook up to my camper and see how that goes. So I better get moving. I got a lot to do. Just giving you a quick update of what's going on. Busy day at Liquidation Pros. I was going to show you on the computer real quick, but it kind of just froze up on me. But anyhow, you can see like this person here is selling a 3-pack, and they sold a few of them for $39.99. If I could scroll down, let me see if the regular computer will work. I think it's frozen, but there's one $5 plus shipping, and then there's like 2 more It says there's 5 total results, but that doesn't include people that have sold multiples on their listing. You'd be better to search Terapeak, but I did want to give you an idea. Now, if you notice, this one here is in the retail packaging. Further down, a couple people sold them just in the can for 10 bucks. I don't know, my computer's frozen. But anyhow, gives you an idea. This is a product that's probably going to take me all of 2, maybe 3 years to sell, but I don't mind doing that. It's just, you know, an investment of inventory that's real easy to ship. It'll trickle in, should be able to ship. This is aerosol, but they're first class, and I believe now, I need to double check, but the post office is allowing you to ship aerosol first class, but you do have to put a special sticker on there. So I'm going to research that, because I'm getting a lot more products that are aerosol cans. Like that can itself probably only weighs 4 or 5 ounces. I may be able to get away with doing a 2-pack. It's 4 ounces of product, and the can itself probably weighs an ounce or 2. So definitely 2 cans would be under a pound. So maybe do a 2-pack first class and then put the special sticker on there. Probably do like 2 for 15. And my cost was right around 60 cents a can with shipping. You know, so I'm all in for $1.20 to sell something for 15 bucks. Maybe sell a couple a week, and probably within about a year I make my money back. And then after that, every set that sells. I also sell a 12-pack for probably about maybe like 30 or 40 to try to move them. Maybe even 50. I'll probably start at 50 and then see how it goes. So anyhow, I'm gonna jump on just because I was getting ready to put my computer away, and I thought you guys might want to see that. So there it goes, one whole pallet. If that was pushed over all the way another 2 inches, I could fit another one there. Can get 4 pallets on here. I'm only taking 2 today, plus a few other random boxes. So my goal now is to take about a third off of each of these to have storage at the farm storage, and then I'm going to condense the other 2 onto 1 pallet. So there'll be 1 pallet of mixed, and then another pallet of mixed at the farm. And I have room, really those are 46 double D, I think, bras. Those need to be liquidated. I really want to keep those boxes because they're like perfect pallet size boxes. I can use those for a lot of different things. But basically, if I take that down, I have 2 spots right there that I could put these for overstock storage. I may have a guy come in today to look at the clothing. He's bought from me in the past from the flea market, so I'm gonna try to liquidate those 2 pallets there, and then that one there, and then that's ready for the next warehouse sale, flea market, yard sale. Same thing here. This is overstock. This is all flea market, yard sale items, and so is that. And then I have 1, and then skip 1, 2, and 3. Those are new pallets from liquidation.com to try out. It's mostly like automotive type stuff. And then that is an overstock product that I have that I'm selling on both eBay and Amazon. So the one thing I was thinking, I'm a little bit disappointed that these don't have the boxes, because I cannot sell these on Amazon now. Whereas before, if they did have the box, I could. But I do recall the picture showing just the cans, so I should have assumed that that's all you were gonna get. But I didn't put 2 and 2 together. Either way, still a good buy, but now with only selling on the one marketplace, it's going to take a lot longer to get rid of. So I did reach out to a couple of my buyers and let them know that I have those. Like I said, my cost was 60 cents a piece. I'm willing to sell them for $1 a piece, so $12 per case, and make about $5 a case. You know, and they would buy multiple cases at a time. So that should be about it. This is the pallet I have. It has some clothing on it. This is all warehouse sale / yard sale clothing. I'm gonna use the rest of this to take some of these items here to the farm, and then that should clean up most of this except for the clothing, which I'm hoping to liquidate. We'll see about that though. All right, so this pallet is ready to go to long-term storage. And then what I think I'm going to do is this pallet's in pretty decent shape as far as the pallet itself goes. I mean, it's not great, but it's not terrible compared to this one's falling apart. I'm gonna put a bunch of cardboard I have, bust it all up, lay it flat on top of this box, and then sit this pallet on top of that, because I've taken 2 layers off of each. And I'm pretty confident that it will be no taller than, say, that big one there. It'll probably actually be less. It's only gonna be about 6 or 7 foot tall. So that will be perfect. So that condenses that to 1. That goes up. And I may even try to just send this one up now as well. And I got enough of this product to last me a while, so we'll see how it sells. And I'll give you guys an update in a couple weeks on how that's going. And right now I'm gonna use a forklift. So I'm a little bit out of breath from loading all that out. I'm gonna set you guys up right here. All right, hope you guys have fun that little ride. The second pallet fits on there perfectly, no problem. Initially, I was going to grab it from the short side, which is really the longer side, the shorter by being the skinnier side, and turn it the way you would normally grab it. But I knew that from putting pallets in here before, it would fit the long way. So normally when you want to fit them side by side and take up less space, you pick them up from the boards. The problem with that is if it's a really heavy load, you want to get it from the proper side, because you have this little groove here is solid wood to pick everything up. If you slide in there in here, if it's really heavy, you can actually pull and pop the boards off. So a lot of people don't realize that, but pallets are only meant to be picked up by these actual little grooves over here in the actual 2x4, because that's where they're the most sturdy for picking up. So that's that. I'm going to finish grabbing a few things. I'm going to condense these 2 pallets, and then I'm gonna get out of here because I still have all this stuff to unload and grab my camper and hook up to that.